Hey, welcome to my channel. I have wanted to do sort of a follow-up redo video of the Shemyaza channeling video I did back in November 2020. Not only because I have an additional 30 minutes of messages and things that I had, and Gnosis that I had channeled after I recorded that video, but also when I put the sound clips together, it somehow missed the first 15 minutes roughly of the first video recording. So there was a whole lot of information in that, and I just wanted to kind of put everything all together. So the channelings took place between early and late November 2020, right after I got the Master Key Amulet from jsgarrett.com. And I believe this was shortly after we had done the sort of initiation into the Shemyaza current at the Dark Arts Summit at the end of October over Halloween weekend. So what I'm gonna do instead of, because I gotta tell you, like, even listening to the audio recordings of my own voice, like, I'm just like, I can't, this is really annoying. So to save you all the trouble, I did go a little bit, I'll put a link to the video below, just because like the first 10 minutes is maybe like an intro a little bit about working with Shemyaza, who, you know, he is as, you know, fallen angel, watcher, you know, some of the lore that goes into Astarte Ishtar and things like that. So a lot of that's in that initial video, which I'll put a link to as well. But what I did was I transcribed and listening to well over an hour of me whispering into a voice memo. The most fun thing in the universe. Actually, it's probably about 2 hours because there was an additional half hour of content after the initial, I think it was like hour and a half or something like that. So I transcribed it, so I have it in my handy dandy little book. So I'm gonna go through and kind of read the Gnosis of Shemyaza by me. I had to earmark, you know, all the different places, and I realized I completely forgot to finish transcribing part 6 and 7, so I had to quickly go do that right before I decided to record this video, which I've been meaning to do for about 2 months at this point. So at the beginning, and this is the part that got cut out of the initial recording that I did, Shemyaza showed me the fall of angels. The ground was arid and desert-like. Open nighttime, dark blue sky with stars. I saw the angels fall, and the bodies and wings spread laying on the ground. It was almost like watching like the stars, like shooting stars, kind of, in that sort of visual sense. The only thing I can give you pop culture reference-wise, and spoiler alert, this is, I forget if it was the end of season 8 or 9 of Supernatural when this is not going into the past of the fallen angels, but, you know, the angels fall and stuff. But it was a little bit like that, just an entirely different setting, and Sam and Dean Winchester weren't there, so, you know. But I digress. So after the angels fell from, you know, the celestial realm, from the heavens, wherever you want to, or as stars, Shemyaza arose, thrust his chest forward, and let out a primordial scream, like a battle cry type thing. And I was there in the form of Amamael, and I've done other videos on that as well, the mother of fallen angels. I will also link that below in case you're interested. And she was there and helped him tear off his wings in anger to transcend beyond his angelic nature to something within. The angels were so battered and broken after the fall. Some kept their wings. They were so beautiful. Amamael helped Azazel mend his wings. The fallen angels were so beautiful, not monsters. They've been waiting a long time for me to be activated. Time is not linear. Timelines overlap. They fell and some did not survive. So, I don't know, like, when they talk a little bit, you know, sort of in the Book of Enoch and stuff like that about there's all these, you know, different fallen angels and watchers, but we don't know the names of most of them, and I'm kind of wonder maybe if it was just, like, the ones that didn't survive, maybe? But, or if that, or if they just didn't have names, you know. I saw Shemyaza's red eyes as he moves through the shadows of the desert night. His new wings were dark and shadowy. So, at this point, sometimes I'll sort of interject, like I'm asking questions and then kind of what he's responding in that. So, why did they erase Shemyaza to hide you? They weren't ready. I had to hide. Where did you go? To the sea, to the deepest depths, waiting, watching, controlling. Will you rise again? When did you awaken? Underwater earthquakes as you awaken little by little. And I wrote in parentheses, Indonesia/Japan. I don't know what that says, huge flash. Or I had flashes of like the earthquakes that happened in 2004 and 2011 and the tsunamis. All realms exist within the same sphere, overlapping other spheres, realities. Some people have the genetic code of angels, some have none. And in the audio recordings I did, like, there's just a lot of, like, I don't know if it's actual language or just glossolalia, speaking in tongues, kind of stuff. So, didn't transcribe that because don't know how to spell any of it or what it means. So I said to Shemyaza, you can speak through me. More weird language. I do not understand. Don't let go of your light. Follow the path. It lies beyond the realm of shadows. Beneath mountains, I've remained. Shemyaza, what happens when you arise? Each one of you will birth a universe of stars. The abyss will open. It will take no prisoners, but it will release forth and keep falling until you come out through the other side. Why were the scrolls hidden? I think I'm referring to the Dead Sea Scrolls or like the Book of Enoch. Because the time was not right. Again, insert more weird language. What are the words you speak and write through me? Our story, our language, to the stars. We came from them. Meteoroids, asteroids, were angels falling to Earth to begin humanity, a way to start again, falling and rising. Insert more weird language. Yeshua was not what everyone thinks. Divine meddling. They were fine until then the gods and goddesses were walking among men on women among the earth made of flesh. I saw a face with glowing yellow eyes. I said, I'm sorry, Shemyaza. Once again, we were cast out, cast down, cast away to a different realm. Is this the infernal empire? It's so much more. We're all working together to tear a hole in reality so we can return, so gods can walk the earth again within the living gods and goddesses. The charlatans and the weak will not be spared this time. We will destroy them or watch them destroy themselves. This time we will not let go, fade away, or be cast out again. We will rise, open. Shemyaza, how do we open the gates, the portal for you to come through? You're doing that already. I cannot come through all at once, but in waves. Trembles, cracking earth, sea swells, rain, gods walk the earth again. Sometimes things, kind of came through in like fragments and words, or trying to like parse visually what I was seeing. How do we understand the Satan? The energetic mask of the infernal Satan is us, dark energy, balanced between. The sleeper awakens, the giants stir. Everything balanced, celestial and terrestrial, every frequency and patterns. What are you showing me? You are pushing me through different realms, shadows of other people, falling, being pulled away. So at this point, I was starting to basically soul travel or astral travel, like sort of tumbling through space and time, and like in physical places and in different realms and realities. It was very confusing. But anyways, he said, you are an open vessel for communication. How will I know? You will always know. What can you tell me about chakras? Even in destruction, some remain. They can be united, pulled, and divided and pulled. Does it grow back? Not everyone can see this or are open to it. Some have been freed and failed. We are eternal. The spirits, can you help me see them better? He said, okay. Chaos erupts, pain dispels joy and hope. Chaos is the end game. Play to the end game, your strengths will shine. Let go, let it all go. It's not important anymore. I think I'm just noting the physicality here. Just felt a cold chill at my shoulder blades and down my spine, indicating, for me that usually indicates a presence of a spirit. I don't see spirits very well, but I feel and sense them differently. Gazing down, warm, my feet are cold. I may have just been noting that my feet were cold while I was doing this. That was actually a message. Build an army of light. Order and chaos balance each other out and cannot exist without each other. Both pieces of the same puzzle. Where do we rise? In all places, all times, past, present, future, in places you cannot even comprehend. Show me how the chakras work. I don't know why I was asking a lot about this at the time, but when you destroy them, they become part of the universe. You can make them one and let them go. Do they come back? They exist to capture and relay information, color, and light. Will they change? They are what the human eye can see, a soul link that links everything together in all worlds, all timelines. Shemyaza, I will help you rise. How do we cut the space between the worlds? In which he says, Abaddon is the volcano that must erupt. Is he the lake of fire? Lava? I will arise from the deep. I will arise from the deep. I'm not the only one down here. My children will rise too. Are they trapped in the underworld? Kill the souls of the underworld and they can be reborn and rise. So apparently all the souls of the underworld can be born and again and rise. Okay. That's a lot of souls. Just saying. Cast the ashes into the wind. Not all dead live in the underworld. Some were too corrupt and broken. Their souls were obliterated and cast into the void to restore the balance. Satan speaks and channels numerous voices into the vessel, not even of this universe, galaxy, or time. Even the voices of those yet to be born. Thank you, Shemyaza. Amamayel, you know that this is true, or this is the time you always knew. How do I heal the broken? You teach them to heal themselves. What of those who create disorder, chaos, and toxicity? The charlatans and truly wicked will destroy themselves from within. Watch, monitor, and take from them what they desire the most. Their downfall will be of their own hands, the light of the truth shone upon them. Those who have divine manifestation, some will come together, some will start wars, distractions, agents of chaos. Shemyaza, I see your sigil in the black mirror with the edge of the circle pulsating into the black sun. It's missing rubies. They are my eyes. My eyes see everything. And he just mentions rubies. Rubies. I guess he has red eyes. Although it had yellow eyes earlier. But hey, celestial beings. They can have whatever color eyes they want. And they can change too. I see gold. There is a book. Our consciousness is energy. We became more powerful. Keep the momentum. I will arise. Some will not survive what is coming. The agents of chaos will try to benefit. The light bringers who balance the chaos. We need the healer to awaken. Shamans, healers, warriors, and deified ones who work within the realm of light and darkness. See now how you can be pulled to them. Open vessels channeled through dimensions. Show me the faces of those in alignment, those warrior goddesses and warlords. Where do we go to convene? And at this point, he gives me a whole series of numbers. 74, 31, 25, 15, 25, 34. I have to like Google that and see if it's like coordinates for something. It'd be cool if it was. I don't know. Maybe it's multiple coordinates. It's like different longitudes and latitudes. Or maybe it's like a point in space and time, like something like in a star system. I don't know. I'm not very specific sometimes. I do a lot of channeling that comes through in various things that look like this. And at one point I was like, can you guys give me this in a language I understand? They gave me math. I don't understand that either. Anyways, and we're back to the main point of the story. What do you feel? There's the mirror of creation. The mother of creation. She had an elven face, but yet looked like ancient, sort of what you would imagine like someone from thousands of years ago would look like in the Middle East. In like a goddess form on the earth. Human migration, DNA to disperse. Some is so strong, others practically non-existent. Where we exist, we can influence. Rise. The dragon will fly. How do we get to the underworld and save it? I don't know what that says. I am not afraid. And now we have another brief interlude of complete gibberish in other languages. What are the symbols and sigils I write? The language before it existed and words were spoken and communicated. We communicated telepathically. These are our telepathic frequencies. Speak to us through these frequencies. Record the image as a sound to find the frequency. The frequencies are the key. Is there a way to manipulate frequencies? I just saw a face come through the dark gray sky in the ruins. It was skeletal something. We can be all things, all places, all times, and communicate these frequencies to hear our true words. We will give you the frequency code. Solve the code, create the future. What of DNA and genetic code? Because they talk about that a lot. Even the other, like when I was doing a lot of the demonic gatekeeper path work, they always talk about genetics and DNA and stuff. I'm just like, okay. So, and to answer the what of DNA genetics code, it said it's frequency based. Use your DNA code to discover the sound of your universe and the frequency manifestation code. We will give you the tools and technology you need. Why does history tell us that angels were men to mate with the women of the earth? History, man needed a way to keep women down from rising, so they made you inferior. We are equal in different ways. We will rise, we will rise. Together, most importantly. Animals speak in their own frequencies. I am, who are, who is, who will be. Looping back to the beginning to start again. Remember, hear the sound of the sigil. I think at this point he was talking about what the sound of the Master Key would be. Like if you translated this into some kind of frequency, what would this sound like? So, which would be really cool. I asked, is the sigil the sound of an N? What, a chant, or anything. It said something more. Be here, not just now, at all times, places, manifestations. Find the frequency and you will see our world. I am here. So in this channeling, I asked him about the different sigils and spirit signatures and all the stuff that I channel. It said frequencies attached to life forms. I see a blue light and a circle emanating upwards and downwards in a different plane and space of time. It comes closer. It is so bright. What information is in these sigils? Our story, the truth, opening gateways. Gateways to where? Why me, Shemyaza? Why me? Everyone that is alive on this planet has a purpose at this precise point in time. We are all the people who have ever existed. That's the population swell in the past 100 or so years of your time, human time. It's everyone who's ever lived. That includes celestial beings, divine, infernal, things you don't even know of yet. Again, why me? You've always known this. Go back, think, look at the evidence. It's all been pointing towards something greater. And we're back to the point. Which I respond, our life has been so mundane. Through mundane tasks we learn, but the trauma, pain, and suffering, those were tests to see if you could endure the road ahead. But I faltered so much, even now, but you are still here. Has my genetic DNA code changed? Yes, but the science does not exist to chart it. In between the strands lie the genetic code of divinity manifestation. Am I a healer or a destroyer? Neither can exist in the void. In a void. Who wrote what I call the Abyssal Tablet, which is a lot. Again, a little scribbles. Better. So, who wrote? We started calling it the Abyssal Tablet. We did. It's a telepathic code. Get the instructions. Waiting. But I don't know what it says, but you do. Spirit entities are interesting sometimes, in that way. And they give you homework assignments, but we'll get to that later. You do know what it says, because you wrote it. It is your true native language, or natural language. What is the true language called? There is no word for the language, because only a few can handle the truth it reveals, because much of what you know is wrong. Shemyaza, show me. I'm still me though, right? Always a version of a version of a version. Mirrors reflecting mirrors back at each other. Somewhere between the reflections, there you are, the real you. Everything else is just thought forms. Shemyaza, I'm here. I will do all this for you for one thing in return. And then I noted there was 3 minutes of muffled gibberish. I think the return was. I can feel you rising, expanding your influence. The time is right. All the powers and players are in alignment. And again, some more weird gibberish language and sounds. And now I remember at one point just emanating this weird shrieking sound. I don't think I could imitate it right now, but it's weird. You're here for a purpose. I don't feel strong enough. You cannot be overloaded all at once without breaking you. So we reveal time snippets. I like the use word snippets. Beautiful soul, sleep, the will dream to you. Sleep, they will dream to you. Okay. I think something was lost in translation there. Opening the gates, coming forth. The oceans rise. I see the sea swelling through me, through you. Mirrors reflecting mirrors, standing in between. Shemyaza, King of Heaven, come. Fallen angel, come. I see. How do we break through the barriers of reality, consciousness, time and space? What are we becoming? I don't know. Infinite waves of destruction, chaos, and creation. Oh, this is where the strange hissing and screeching sounds came in. So, where are we? He is the closed loop, the circle of completion. Who will walk away? Who will walk amongst the earth again? Men, mortals, gods, goddesses, of all the things I've ever been told. Rivers and lakes are the graves of fallen angels, and the ocean's deep is where we slumber. The earth is not hollow, it's layers upon layers, beyond the lava, magnitude and molten core, energy source, battery, power. Little science, I guess. Okay, and we're back again in 3, 2, 1. Where does that source energy link? How does it work? It's sentient. It exists because it does. Will the fallen angels rise? Demons, the infernal empire. Abaddon, mountains quake and crumble. He is either vicious or viscous, or both. We don't know. He is like Etna coming forth from beneath the earth, magma. And what of Lucifer, the light bringer? He is already here. He is in our hearts. Will Lucifer manifest from our hearts into the physical realm? Lucifer. Shemyaza, were you an archangel, or what type of angel were you before the fall? There is no record or reference because it was hidden or kept secret. They could divine it. If they did, silence and death prevailed. They wrote you out of the holy books until the scrolls were found. Yes, that must be. All the people who see things through your eyes and back. Are we all psychically, energetically linked? Yes, warlords, you must be there. You must be unity to fight to survive. I do apologize. I have terrible handwriting. May have mentioned that before. Moon! No crunching on things while mommy's making videos. And we're back. 3, 2, 1. Shemyaza, how do we create the souls of the abyss, an underworld, I guess, to save them? The abyss should not be tampered with lightly. The souls are the ones that are so corrupted and deformed. The oldest souls are the ones that are so corrupted and deformed. Again, insert more weird language here. May you come forth and rise. I just saw someone's eyes again. I'm slipping through reality, pulling back and forth within myself. The portal is opening. Shadowy figures. I can't see who they are. They are coming forth. The shadows are coming forth. I'm going somewhere else, through a portal of light. What are we seeing? Up. Okay. Moon! Stop it! And we're back in 3, 2, 1. I have my sound to the heavens and call forth the sleeper to be awakened. Legions, masses rise. The emissary rises. It just got bright in here. My brain is something. My brain is consciousness expand. Right, okay. And we're back in 3, 2, 1. My brain is bursting as my consciousness expands. Where are you pulling me to? What am I supposed to see? I held your sigil in my hand. Take me to the place where you fell for the first time. And again, I got some more numbers. 97, 29, 47, 36, 18, 3. God, I still gotta remember to Google those. See where be cool if that was the actual place. It's probably like a Walmart in Peoria or something, but you know. And we're back in 3, 2, 1. Show me the place. Fuck. Okay. Show me the place. There was no singular place. It has all places every time. Dominion upon where they fell. You are the Pacific Ocean. Your wingspan crosses the landmass from Japan to Indonesia. I see a clover on an altar with a candle and incense burning. Right, clover. Someone is holding a chain in their hand. I think I'm in Thailand. Okay, that's why. Apparently I ended up in Thailand! How do we unite the mortals of the Infernal Empire and the warlords and dark goddesses? Destroy. Shemyaza. Abaddon. Once Abaddon wakes from... I don't know. Anyways, and we're back in 3, 2, 1. So, again, Shemyaza's talking a little bit about Abaddon here and destruction, because, you know, Abaddon. I don't know where I'm at right now. Kind of floating about. Can you help me be grounded and centered? Arachne is on the move. I call forth the list of who should be saved. Question mark. Not sure. Question mark, question mark. So this is from a later channeling that wasn't included in the original video that I did. So, it starts with, I leapt into the abyss, I let go of everything, falling to be reborn again. Stronger, wiser. The abyss, I fell and fell, hitting the ground, screaming, wailing in some primordial screams, letting go, shrieking in devastating sadness. Letting go of fear, letting go of my future to rise again. I am risen, reborn a goddess, in the flesh. Speak to me. Pardon? And we're back. Pardon? And we're back in 3, 2, 1. Speak to me tonight. Show me the things to see. You taught me to instantaneously soul travel through space and time. You taught me to instantaneously soul travel through space and time, through all the bends and folds of reality. Through the pain, it's not gone, but past. With those I share a link of love. We move on from the pain and sorrow, overwhelmed with emotion. Gratitude lies for every moment of happiness. Triumphs over sadness, and the fear, angry words, loss. Expanding in all directions, in all times and places. I never felt so empowered in my entire life. Folding time inwards upon itself allows some swift travel through all realms and all times. I seek to travel, to see, to know, experience, to see what is hidden. I seek to travel, to see, to know, to experience, to see what is hidden from our senses of what we don't know. Whispers Shemyaza. I seek to find. I see you reaching, your hands to the sky, reaching beyond the realm of what is possible. What are you pointing to? What are the coordinates not of this earth? Overlapping coordinates in multiple planes of reality, physical coordinates, celestial coordinates, other realms. My ability to soul travel feels like being physically, spiritually evoked. Show me the direction we fly. What is missing? The loops will close, will become straight again. Lines curving backwards in place. How do we fix it? There is time to course correct. What is the rose gardens of Babylon? And were there roses or no roses? I'm talking about here. Shemyaza. Try breaking. Oh, anyways. We're back in 3, 2, 1. Shemyaza. Things break and they cannot be fixed. What do you mean? The version that is broken is past. The present and future can be repaired. How do we come together to balance the light and darkness? To be the individuals, to be a community, to be a society, to be human. The past is apocryphal flesh, blood, upon ancient scrolls divine. I stand in all places and all times. Can you teach me how to decode the frequencies? What am I looking at? Where am I going? We're back. And we're back. 3, 2, 1. Wow, I just turned really blue. That is annoyingly blue. Where is Elena on the remote? You're not.
Rolling.
That's even worse. Let's see what this color change. Violets, rose petals, eggs. What are we making? Shells of protection. Hear the frequency of the oceans, holding the seashell up to the air. What is my role? What do I want? Where am I going? Seen for days, 1,000 miles past the last lighthouse, you will see. I am the floor, rolling myself back into the sounds of rain like footsteps. I'm seeing silhouettes and figures, things, people, wings, statues, paintings, museums at the top of the cloisters. Insert inaudible language here. Open-ended, summoning and reclining. Dig deep within yourself, the earth, bury that thing, and you will. I must go. It's all just broken mirrors. We walk through Hi, Corey. Oh, buddy, I love you. Oh, Corey wanted to come and say hi for everyone who's a fan of Corey. I have to start a little fan page for him or something. Hi, buddy. Can't make a witch video without a cat appearance. Yeah, that's true, Moon. We walk through the darkness, we walk through the light. Where is Lilith? She is the sleeper that has awakened. She is waking up so many new souls. She will be there for you if you need her. Lilith's love never dies, not by fire, not by negative void energy. Where did the angels fall from? Falling stars. Everything is made of stars and star stuff. Are the angels still falling? If the stars have fallen and burned out hundreds of thousands, if not millions of years ago, we are just seeing the light now. Are the angels still falling? Time overlaps, open vessels, chasms, the abyss. What am I seeing? Sometimes I get lost between here and there. Alright, I'm not sure if I want to include this part or not, so I'm going to go pause, and then we're back in 3, 2, 1, and then I may edit this out. This is just a message to someone. I owe everything I have and I am to you because your love showed me the way. Think of me and remember I love you. That's where I ended that. And we're back in 3, 2, 1. Earthquakes of the thoughts of the mind, aligned in the shadows, finding hidden tracks. Are they gone? Am I protected? Shemyaza awakens. Light the fire, lead the way, extinguish the soul that darkness cannot even touch upon. The mirror doorway. You think you can see me. Forced causality, mainframe, open chaos, doors. Falling, there it is. Everything melts away. Shemyaza. Falling pretty fast between the states, cannot maintain consciousness much longer. I feel heavy. Very, very heavy. So this was sort of at the end point of where I did this sort of segment of channeling. I mean, I've done rituals and things involving Shemyaza since then, But this was just kind of all the stuff that I've recorded. I've been busy lately, so I haven't been able to do as much of my own personal work with this, because I feel like there's a lot more I need to explore. And especially one of the last times I worked with Shemyaza, or he appeared, he gave me a homework assignment. I kind of love when entities show up and be like, here's some homework for you, of a very unspecified, random, vague nature. So he asked me to research and find evidence of the Master Key sigil in ancient and prehistoric cave paintings and petroglyphs. I asked him where. He said everywhere. To be continued. Because it's a big-ass planet we live on. And it's old. Interesting enough, I did start, doing a lot of, Googling and Google image searches. I have found some things that are nothing that looks exactly like the Master Key per se, but I've seen things that if you combine them together, they would form that. So yeah. So this is probably a much more pleasant experience than listening to over 2 hours of me going into the phone, into the voice memo on my phone. When I did the initial channelings, that's in the previous video. Especially since I missed the first 15 minutes of it. For some reason. It was really weird that night I uploaded the video. Apparently, I don't know. At the precise time that the video uploaded, YouTube broke and was offline, and everyone was freaking out. It was weird. I'm not saying it was Shemyaza, but it might have been Shemyaza. Anyways, thank you for watching. Don't forget to click like and subscribe, and thank you to all my subscribers and Patreon supporters.